We are back with Frontline Party for Liberation and Justice for Alexis. Hi, honey. How are you? It's so good to see you.
Been here in a long time.
Yes. I just happened to come by it. I didn't know you guys were going to be here.
Yes, we had
Yeah.
a meeting with the
Oh, let me turn it around. Staring at me. You had a meeting with?
the family had a meeting with the DA, Beth McCann, over
Yes.
Alexis Hernandez.
Yes. So,
Yes, sir. On the side that the microphone's on.
Okay.
Here for both of you. Can I help you with that? You got it.
good to see you too. Good to see you too. I happened to come by and I didn't know you guys were going to be here, and I was so thrilled to find out that you were just inside.
Yes.
You were just inside and you had a meeting,
Yeah.
and you're going to speak on that right now.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, we are.
so that's awesome. So
Yeah.
I'm here.
So, Anna, can you tell us how the meeting went?
Unfortunately, we didn't really hear what we wanted to hear. She kind of just, still kept defending him in his defense. She did say she was gonna look at it a little closer and she'll get back to us. So, not too happy, but I mean, at least she's gonna look back into it, and hopefully she knows that we're taking it serious and we're not gonna stop.
There's going to be a loud muffler that's going to start here in a second, so I'm trying to. If it gets loud, then. Terrence, if I could ask you, what are your thoughts? Were you in on the meeting as well?
Yes, sir.
And what are your thoughts when you're hearing the district attorney explain this?
Well, I feel like she went from district attorney to defense attorney. She was almost giving him a defense. And our feeling is that
Okay, continue for that, please.
okay, we feel like Mr. Manning, his defense is he was in danger of his life or afraid for his life. But the law states you don't have a right to leave your domicile chasing danger, then murder someone who's running from you in your yard, and then claim you were scared for your life if you're leaving the safety of your home looking for danger. He was not afraid for his life. Just because someone's in your yard does not give you a reason to gun them down and shoot them in the back when you're safely inside your locked domicile. And that is what the law states. So we're in there telling Ms. McCann what the law actually states. You can't chase danger and then claim you were afraid after you chased it. And so we felt like she went from district attorney to defense attorney in this situation discussing Mr. Manning. Mr. Manning needs to let a jury decide if he was afraid for his life or not. And so we feel like this case does not need to be in Beth McCann's office anymore. It needs to go to Phil Weiser's office, it needs to go to the governor's office, and it needs to go to a grand jury. And he needs to be charged, and he needs to let a jury decide if they felt like these children were running away from him. Were afraid of his life.
Anna, back to you. What's it like going through this, trying to make this case for your brother before the district attorney?
It just feels like a never-ending cycle. Like it's just the same thing over and over and over. Like I feel like they're not looking at this how it should be. Like they're just making it seem like okay, well, it's just defending himself, defending himself. Once again, we're talking about a 16-year-old. It's like we're still the same cycle. Very unhappy, very still confused.
What happens next? Does the family still keep fighting to try to get the district attorney to?
Oh, definitely. We will never stop fighting until we meet him again.
And I told the district attorney that this has similarities to the Ahmaud Arbery case. Is it exactly the same? Of course it's not exactly. No case is exactly the same. But we have a man who feels like because he's a correctional officer, he can police an empty property next to him. He does not have the right to police these children going into a vacant property, especially when his wife was already on the phone with law enforcement, and law enforcement was already visibly on the scene when he murdered Alexis and shot him in his back.
Where's the reluctance coming from, do you think, to proceed with the charges?
I feel like because he was identified by his wife on the phone call, as being a law enforcement officer. Even on the body cam footage, when they accosted him in his yard, they asked him what his profession was first. They didn't ask him where the murder victim was. They asked him what his profession was. He was released from jail on a PR bond before the family even knew that Alexis was murdered. Alexis's body was found 1 block away from the crime scene because Alexis was running away from Mr. Manning when Mr. Manning shot him in the back and killed him.
So at this point, I think this man is a danger to the community, using his gun recklessly with my brother. Had a case in Hudson using his gun recklessly. So now there's a man out there using a gun recklessly. I think he is a danger to right now.
Where is he working now in Hudson? Is that where he is, or
Yes.
do we?
I think he works for Animal Control now, because he was charged in Hudson with shooting into a car full of youth.
Running away.
This is his MO. He has
Was
his
this
MO.
was this after?
Yes.
So he's been involved in another shooting after
Yes, sir.
Alexis.
And now he works for animals. We're worried for the animals. This man is using his profession to get away with murder.
So is this man going to go to a grocery store carrying his gun and someone accidentally bumps into him? He's going to just shoot them because he's getting away with using his gun? Self-defense.
I want to add this. She did say that she's going to look back into the case. So right now, of course, she's not charging him today, but she did say she's going to look back into the case and get back with us. But right now, we are not happy with what we heard today. It's almost like the district attorney is giving him a defense.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay. Thanks for coming back with us today, guys. It's a tragedy. So remember justice for Alexis Mendez for us. And having murder charges for Colorado Department of Corrections Officer Desmond Manning, who went on to commit more shootings and is now an animal corrections officer.
All that justice. I need justice here.
Yeah, we all need justice. We're looking for justice too.
Yeah, they victimized me and locked me up, dope me up, and trying to have me by my neck.
Oh yeah.
And then they trying to stalk me, get me up under my name, but they didn't under somebody else's name. Colorado got it bad.
Yes, it does. That's
They
what
got
we're
it
saying.
bad.
Yes, sir, man. We'll talk to you later. Thank you. Okay, brother. Hit me up later. Come by. Okay.
They want to put the world in the psycho phase of mind. They're taking our people, locking them up, giving them psycho drugs.
Okay.
Then they stalk
Okay.
them.
Once again, thank you for
So they
joining
get
us,
their
guys.
money.
See you again soon.
That's what's going on.
It is going on.
In Denver, Colorado, joining us in Denver, Colorado. We're down on the corner of Colfax and Bannock. Corner of Colfax and Bannock. So anyway, thanks for joining me and come see us down here. We'll be here. I'll be here for a while.